Hey, welcome back to Mellow Vibes. I'm Tiffany, and I really was intending on filming like while I was actually out, and then I don't know, I forgot. Like I'm like so out of it. Like I still really haven't gotten that much sleep. I think the one night maybe right after the wedding I slept for like 7 hours, but then it was like the street is so loud and it's so loud, crazy truck like woke me up. But every other night it's been like maybe 5 hours. So I'm like dragging, and I hope it's just like me just being tired and not like, you know, the symptom of monkeypox or something. Um, yeah, like my cousin, one of my cousins was like, "Oh, is this wedding gonna be a super spreader?" And I'm like, "What? Coronavirus or monkeypox?" And then I went out salsa dancing last night with one of my cousins because we used to do salsa dancing, frequently when I lived here, and so we went to the spot. And I met her boyfriend and all that stuff. And then we did salsa dancing, and I was just like, I didn't know if I was really gonna partake because I'm just like, okay, the monkeypox and like it's like touching skin to skin contact. Then it was like prolonged contact. But I'm like, that was prolonged enough. Like we had the same partners for like a long time. But I didn't like usually they rotate the guys, but I like not that many people were rotating enough. Maybe they were thinking the same thing. So I had 3 guys, and so like that was enough. um, yeah, so that was fun. Like I had a really good mezcal, like habanero. It was really hot, and I had them add passion fruit. And then I had like chocolate filled churros, and I was really happy about that because when I was in DR, I really went to get filled churros because they had like different kinds. They had some like filled with cinnamon or vanilla or like different like cream things or whatever. And but like the line was whatever, so I never got them. And so they had chocolate filled churros with like cayenne chocolate sauce too, and it was so good. Don't even want to think about the amount of sugar that was in that, but it was so good because I woke up with a pimple right here. Like I watched my sugar intake. And what else? Like so we were out until like I don't even know, maybe like 11:30 ish, because like the salsa classes, because it starts with the class, and I swear the classes used to be like a half hour, but it was an hour, and then after that they like just put the music on and you just like dance. So okay, so maybe actually we stayed past 11:30 because we were out there for a while. Like I wasn't trying to dance anymore, and like all these guys kept asking me to dance. I'm just like no. I danced with like 2 of the guys I had done the lessons with. It's so interesting. I mean, one guy was just like not good at all. Actually, 2 of the guys were not great at all, and then the one guy I danced with again later was just like, I have to practice, I have to practice. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it's been like at least 6 years since I'd done salsa. And then the other guy, he was like, he was probably the best one that I had. Um, and then when we danced again, like during like just the party part, like he was pretty good. I'm like, just lead me, just lead me, you know, do what you're gonna do, twirl me around, whatever. So we did that, and today we were at my aunt's house during the day, and then we went to a tea house because she was like, oh, you have to go to the tea house when you come here. So to the tea house, and I kind of feel like we should have gone to the place across the street because like while I was waiting for her to park, I was looking at this place across the street called Matcha Panda, I think, and their menu looked so much better. Like it looked like I wanted like everything, but I guess the appeal of where we went was like actually having stuff in China. But I mean it's cute, but it's like I have China, so. So really, like the whole thing that me and my friends say, like it was cool for what it was, but it wasn't all that. Like, really, I like certain aspects of their China set. So, and then I have like this crepe cake, purple yam crepe cake, and I had oolong tea. So I love oolong tea. So I was really glad I got that. I got like the highest quality of the tea. So I'm like, okay, I'll give them that. The other place wasn't. It didn't seem like it was hot teas at all. But next time I gotta go there. And then I was like, so we're down here. Like the other spot I want to hit is like 6 minutes away, and it was this Jamaican restaurant that I would, if I was on South Street, I would like stop by and pick up a veggie patty. So I went there, and like it really wasn't good. And like it was just, like, it was mostly like the crust, it was mostly like the bread part, and then it was kind of just like mixed vegetables. Like it honestly kind of just tastes like the frozen mixed vegetables. So I'm like, well, that's not the same memory. So like my patties are way better than this. So that was disappointing, but I'm glad like I went and didn't have to like be like, oh man, I didn't get to go, and it was so good. And just like, and I was just telling my cousin, like, this happened to me before, like in Italy, where I went to this place called Dante's like at least 3 times. My first time in Florence, and it was so good. When I went back 4 years later, like it was not good at all. Like it really went downhill. So but better to like to know, you know. So but I got that, and then some roots tonic, and then I got my cousin some a sea moss drink, and I had low sugar, so I got her that, and it's like more of a cream based stuff. And I wanted some sorrel, but like I thought it was gonna be homemade, but it was like in a bottle. She's like, oh, just go to the fridge and this and that. But they had like 55 grams of sugar in it. Like it was ridiculous. I'm like, no, I make my own. So so yeah. Wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. So, and they were at the tamarind balls. I wanted to try like their tamarind balls. I'm like, oh, I never heard of that. It's like a dessert. But so anyway, like that was, you know, the day, and then I just got back. My cousin's going to Bible study. I'm gonna chill, and yeah, I'm just like so tired. I mean, I did get a good amount of stuff done today, not as much as I wanted to, and yeah, I have to call one of my cousins back. I forgot, he called me like a couple days ago. I'm just happy it's Wednesday, which means Married at First Sight comes on. I mean, actually this season I'm pretty bored with, but I'll watch it because I don't really have that much. Well, actually, I want to probably watch my novella that I'm watching on Netflix, so we'll see. And then also Housewives of Dubai, which I really enjoy immensely. So that's gonna be my night. And yeah, I'm really happy. Like this is the second time I'm able to, you know, go and leave my house and like still maintain my things. I like when I went to DR, like I made sure I brought some of my chai still, like all my homemade things that, you know, I'm able to have. And I brought beets this time, so I did a beet latte last night, and I used sunflower butter in it, which I've only recently had sunflower butter because my niece uses it because she can't bring peanut butter to daycare. So, but I got chocolate sunflower butter, and so when I make the beet lattes, like one of the recipe I use, they say to put almond butter in. I never thought about putting almond butter in a latte, but it like is amazing. And so I really wanted chocolate almond butter because I wanted to do a chocolate beetroot latte, but I didn't bring my cacao with me. I got chocolate sunflower butter instead because I had the option of having chocolate. And so anyway, it was really good. Yeah, so tomorrow, I don't know, like it just seems like a lot is going to be happening because my cousin keeps like, now we moved up from the wedding stuff to like her birthdays this weekend, and so I'm just like, oh, I really have to like participate in all the things that are happening. For like preparing for that. I really didn't think about that part. So I'm like, hopefully at some point I get some sleep. I did get to like listen to part of another master class for the Confessions Money Bootcamp. So like maybe I'll like try to finish that before getting into a show. We'll see. I'm about to just like lay down. I've been sleeping here. Like there are other bedrooms and with like beds in it, but I'm just like, I want to be here. And this is like the most comfortable room to me. It's so funny, like I used to live in this house. I didn't live in this room, and I'm like, I was telling my cousin, I'm like, you just need one more room before you can say you lived in like every room in this house. So, but I used to live at the hallways right there. I used to live in that room, and now my cousin was in that room, and she used to live in this room, and we lived together here for like a year before I got my first apartment in Philly. And but yeah, now this is like the most comfortable room to me, so I'm in here. Musical chairs or musical rooms. What else did I do? Oh, Narrative. If you haven't gone to Narrative, check it out, because I mean, sign up because you have to be a member, but That was good. I did that this morning. There was a yoga. They're gonna start some yoga sessions. So we did a little intro for that. Which was, I'm so glad they brought it up. Maybe the guy who asked the question saw my comment, because that was like the first thing I said was like, I wanted to see if anybody else had encountered, like, when you're doing yoga, like I've been doing yoga for years, and people are like, you know, this religious people are like, oh, that's demonic, or that's gonna be like some gateway leading you away from the Bible, or whatever kind of weird stuff. And it's just really strange how much like people and black people in general have been like so brainwashed, like so mind controlled by like all the stuff that was forced upon them during colonialism, first and last during colonialism. But like, I always thought that was ridiculous. So I am very much into yoga, and so I'm happy like that we're gonna have that as a series now. And but yeah, they did touch upon that. So I was really happy about that, because a lot of people have like had the same thing when people told them they were worshiping the devil doing yoga. Like it's just dumb stuff. It's just dumb stuff. Like, anyway. Oh, but I did see like a really interesting comment that someone said. They were saying that they are, you know, like very much a Christian, but they see things differently. How like the Bible says like there should be no other God before me, but it doesn't really say that like you can't observe other spiritualities. It's just like I observe other spiritualities all the time. It just says there can't be any other God before me. So I was like, oh, that's interesting take. Yeah, I guess I'm like, am I jumping down a whole like religious rabbit hole right now? No, because I don't have any time. But you can hear some of my thoughts on that on the Feminine Waters podcast, this season 3, one of the episodes in season 3. But anyway, I will check in later. I'm gonna bounce now. Peace and mellow vibes.